What's up, guys? We are back. Like I mentioned previously, Dad's gonna be the one doing majority of the technical stuff. I'll be doing more from the rider standpoint. We are gonna get started on taking this thing apart. I guess we start with the bodywork.
Yeah, we'll start with the bodywork first. Doing so, it'll allow us access to all the other parts that we've got to change out. But the easiest thing, or actually the hardest thing, is to getting all this bodywork, stock bodywork off.
We'll also be sponsored by Hot Bodies for next year, so shout out to those guys for helping us out with some bodywork. As soon as we get this stuff off, and we'll get that stuff put on and get some paint going, some graphics from Epic Graphic Designs up in Georgia. So we're gonna take this thing apart and we'll kind of go step by step so you can kind of see what we're doing, and we're gonna get this thing going and turn it into a race bike.
All right, you can see we got all the body work off. We actually took the passenger foot pegs off both sides. We won't be needing those. One of the things we do not run is frame sliders. The reason for that, this bolt goes through the frame and it goes into the cylinder head. So if you have a high-speed low side, it's really easy to break the frame, crack the head. So we're going to remove the frame sliders and replace them with bolts. We have 1.5 inches on the left side, and we have a 2-inch on the right side. So we're going to take the frame sliders, put these bolts in, and get rid of that. The next item we're going to take off and eliminate is a kickstand. We don't use these. We use the spool mounts on the rear with the stands. The kickstand, actually, if you put the bike in gear and push it, the kickstand down, it'll cut the bike off. So we have to bypass that. Basically on these, all we do is we unplug the kickstand. I'll take this piece here, I'll cut it, I'll jump the 2 wires together, solder it, heat shrink it, plug it back into here, and that'll actually bypass the kickstand and allow the engine to start. All right, I cut the connector off of the kickstand switch, which we won't be using or needing. I'll tie these two together like that. Slide some heat shrink over it. Welcome back, everyone. I've got all the body work off. I think next I'm going to take the tank off. This will expose the wiring harnesses. Get the tank off and then the air filter. Then I'll be able to get to the harnesses that go to the front of the bike. So with that said, we'll start taking the gas tank off. You get the fuel line loose. This connector here is for the fuel pump. All right, spread those tips, slide that red connector down. This should come off like that. And the tank should come off. All right, so we got the gas tank off. Next thing I'm gonna do is pull the top of the air filter off. That'll expose the air filter because we're gonna change that out as well. And then pull the body of the air filter off, and then that'll expose the wires that I need to get to. And then they have exposed. You get to your wiring harnesses, whatever we need to take off of here, and get to all the connections for the start and stop, key switch. We're going to eliminate the key switch. We're going to take this switch off. We're going to take this off. We're going to substitute this switch for another one. And that's it for now.